What up, YouTube? Be the Truck here, coming to y'all with another video. Right now, currently we headed up to Tennessee. Gonna go and drop this load, gonna pick up another load, and gonna head down to Florida. Y'all probably like, Florida? Why you going to Florida? You know Florida, that's a dead spot. You know what I'm saying? You owner operator, man. Why would you go to Florida? Okay, well, first of all, the load that I'm finna go get makes sense. And true enough, I'm gonna drop this load out down here in Florida, and I'm gonna dead head on up out of there. It is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna dead head. I'm not even gonna look for a load up out of Florida because only load really coming out of Florida, they pay like $500. And they like 40-something pounds, over 40-something pounds, 40-something thousand pounds. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me say it like that. But yeah. So we gonna dead head up out of Florida. You already know what's going on with that. But I just want to come in here and tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? In my honest and somewhat educated opinion, I feel like now is not the time to be coming out here trying to be an owner operator. It just ain't. You know, it is what it is. The rates suck. Y'all feel it, I feel it. Y'all see it, I see it. If you an owner operator and you out here looking spot market especially, which is what I'm doing. Spot market ain't it. If you trying to come out here and be an owner operator, you gotta find you something dedicated. Because if you on spot market, then you finna be out here trying to scrape up the pennies. You know what I'm saying? Scrape up the breadcrumbs. Because it really ain't hitting on nothing right now, to be honest with you. And I say, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from coming out here, but I just wanted to, you know, come on here and say, you know, if you just now buying a truck, you know, starting your business, and you know, you trying to you becoming an owner operator, to me, now is not the time to be doing it. Like I just explained, rates are low, gas is high. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it just ain't the time to be doing it. Luckily for me, you know, this is my second year, going on my third year of being in business. You know what I'm saying? And I came in being an owner operator. I came in at a great time. I did personally. I came in right after COVID, and rates was like, I don't know if it was at an all-time high, but rates was high as hell. You know what I'm saying? And so while the rates was what they were a couple years ago, you know, they was great. You know, everybody was trying to become an owner operator. Everybody was trying to be a truck driver and this and that. And it made sense, you know. But the reason I say lucky for me is because during that time, up until now, I kind of learned the ins and outs, if you will, of being an owner operator, running a business. And you know, I figured out, you know, what lanes to run, when to run them, what's a good load, what's a bad load. To some of these loads, you know, if you new to being an owner operator, they might look good initially, but as you dig a little deeper into it, you'll realize like, nah, that's really a bad load. You know. So a lot of times, and this is why I really ain't been posting no videos. Although I did go and purchase another truck, you know, and I may be contradicting myself, because truth be told, I don't think now is really a good time to be purchasing a truck. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's really a great time to be doing that, because a lot of people are trying to sell their truck. You know, because of the rates. Rates low, gas high. Diesel high. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be real strategic about where you go, how much your load gonna pay you, how much your load gonna weigh, how far is it? Do you have to deadhead? You just have to know your cost per mile. You gotta know how much it costs to run your truck, right? And you know, you have to know your MPG, miles per gallon. You have to know all of that. Like, all of that it plays a pivotal role in your business, staying in business or going out. Believe it or not, it does. And really, I feel like right now at this current moment, the reason that the rates are low is because you got a lot of new owner operators coming in here that don't know any better, taking cheap freight. Like, it's hella cheap freight, and they looking at they probably coming from a company driver or whatever, looking at the load board, and they seeing the price of these loads, and they like, no, I used to make this amount being a company driver in 1 week. This one load pays what I used to make in a week as a company driver. So they take it, thinking that they making money, and they are making money, but it's not a good load to take, if that makes sense, y'all. Like, I'm gonna just say, for example, say you a company driver and you used to make $800 a week. You know, I don't know what they pay in, you know, company drivers now. But let's just say you making $800 a week as a company driver. You become an owner operator. You find a load that pays $1,200. One load pay $1,200. So you take it, you like, damn, I used to only make $800 a week, so I can make $1,200 with one load. So yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm making more money. But you're not even thinking about you're responsible for the gas in the truck. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it's a heavy load, and it's, you know, 1,200 miles, for instance. That's not a good load at all. That's $1 a mile. And you know, I don't know what everybody else out here doing, but I don't think nobody out here should be taking a load for $1. You know, and that's the thing about leasing on with those big mega carriers and stuff. I be seeing, you know, on the back of the trailer, they say we pay our owner operators $1.70 a mile. That ain't no money. If we being honest, that ain't no money. $1.70 per mile as an owner operator, that's not a lot of money. Sorry, it just ain't. As an owner operator, from what I took from being an owner operator, I say, a good load usually paid, and I might be being a little generous, but I'm gonna say $250 and up. I think that's a good load. As long as it pays, as long as it weighs a decent amount, not too heavy, and it's not too far, especially in these times. $250 and up is about where I would say is the cutoff from a good load. And $250 a mile really is not a good load or a good price. It all really depends on, like I said, depends on the distance. But just a general load or whatever, $250 is not really a lot. Now, if you get lucky and you come across a load $5 a mile, okay, now we talking. You know what I'm saying? But loads like that ain't really out here, at least not on the spot market anyway. Or at least I ain't seeing them. If y'all seeing them kind of loads, let me know what board y'all on in the comments down below, so I can hop up on that and see what's going on. Because right now, like I said, it just ain't. I don't feel like it's a good time for anybody to be getting out here trying to be an owner operator. There's a lot of guys, they closing up shop. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm being honest, I didn't even thought about it. You know, closing it up. You know, go be a company driver for a minute until things get back right. You know, so I very seldom, like I pick and choose, you know, when I'm at work, if it makes sense for me to work, because sometimes you can work and lose money being an owner operator. You can work and lose money being an owner operator. And you probably like, well B, how that work? How you go to work and still lose money instead of making it? Okay, glad you asked. But you know, you might get a load that pay, I'm gonna just say, just to keep it simple, I'm gonna say the load pays $800. You got to put gas in your truck. You below half a tank. You got a deadhead. I'm gonna just say 200 miles. You know, depending on where you at. You got a deadhead. No, I won't say 200 miles. I'm gonna say 180. We'll go 180. You got a deadhead, 180 miles to get to your pickup. You already below half a tank, right? You pick your load up. Now you gotta drive, let's say 600 miles. Now, a new owner operator more than likely would get the load, fill their tank up. They're gonna spend, I'm gonna say, anywhere between $600–700 to fill their tank up. Keep in mind, I just said the load paid $800. So you just spent $700 to fill your gas tank up. The load pays $800. So now you looking at a profit of $100. You just made fuel, basically. You broke even. Now, chances are, where you delivered that load to ain't your hometown. So now you gotta find another load to get back home. Or you can deadhead. You might be an hour away from your hometown, wherever you live. Now you deadhead 100 miles back to where you from, and you profited $100. So now you're gonna be getting a $100 check. Because whatever, I'm sure they probably paid you fuel surcharge. And your fuel surcharge was probably $650. So now you done made a grand total of $100 off of an $800 load, basically. Terrible load. Made no sense to take. But you just saw the number and jumped on it. Didn't think about the fuel. You don't think about the overhead. You know. And so what the broker's gonna do, they're gonna be like, okay, well, we got somebody to take that load, despite, you know, only profiting $100. Some people's mindset is like, well, I made a profit. I don't care if it's $1. I still made a profit. That's the wrong mindset to have being out here as an owner operator. Trust and believe me, that's the wrong mindset. You can't be out here talking about profiting $1 or $100. That ain't nothing. You'll go broke. You'll be out of business in 6 months. Believe that. Just getting you something to think about, though. Think about coming out here as an owner operator. Hey, just be sure you know what you get yourself into. Let alone if you got a truck payment. You know, some guys out here got a weekly truck payment, some got a monthly. You know, you just got to be aware of all your expenses. But you know, I'm gonna just leave that right there with y'all. You know, and if you're thinking about coming out here, like I said, just think about what I just said. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at B_the_trucker. That's B_THA trucker. And add me on Snapchat at BBizzle_3. That's BBIZZLE_3. And yeah, y'all holla at me.